Hi, my name is Nick Weber, and this is a painting that I've donated to the Guildhall show, All In for the Hall. And why did I choose this painting? Well, this is a painting that I did when I was younger. I did it in 1994, and lately I've been looking at that work from when I was younger a lot. I had a very creative period in the spring, summer of '94, which I did about 10 paintings that were very gestural, big, sweeping brush strokes, figurative work. I had one of the other paintings from that group was shown at Eric Firestone's gallery in a figurative show about a year ago. And so it's 25 years later, and I'm looking at that work from when I first graduated from college and was on my own painting. And it's exciting to me because I was sort of figuring out how to paint, figuring it out as I went along. And I was experimenting. It wasn't even intentional, but I was just trying to get the face right. So as you can see here, there's a big swipe with the palette knife and the nose, and then the way the hand and the arm are painted and the shirt, very, very strong, very direct brush strokes. My work tends to be a little more refined now, so this is interesting to me and it's influencing me. And this is a very important show for me because I love Guildhall. I've been coming out to the Hamptons since the 70s, and I've been living here full time pretty much since the late 90s. And to have an actual museum with museum quality shows and theater, you know, right in the town where we live, I think is a really beautiful thing. And just the space is beautiful, and I feel very honored to be showing here. Seen some wonderful shows in the recent years. Sid Solomon, he's my friend Mike Solomon's dad. I loved the show of his retrospective here. And then my friend Darius with his dad Manoush. That was a beautiful show. I love Darius's paintings. I've seen them in his studio, and it was nice to see his father's work too, and the thick brush stroke. So that takes us full circle to this type of work, which is very painterly, lots of paint, and it's an exciting way to work, and I'm hoping to get back into that a little more now with my present work here in 2020. So a little bit about this specific piece. This was 1994. I was living in Palo Alto, California, and there are a lot of homeless people, or there were there then. I have a feeling there are now because I know that San Francisco deals with that and other places in the Bay Area. And there were fairly young people on the street, like people in their 20s that had signs that said, "We'll work for food." And this guy had an interesting look, and I walked up to him and I said, "Would you model for a painting?" And he said, "Sure, you know, that's what my sign says." So he came over to my studio, which was a few blocks away from where he was sitting on the sidewalk. And some of my friends were there too, and they were watching me do this painting of this guy. And it struck me that he seemed to light up a little. Like it was something about being painted makes people feel valued. So I'm a portrait painter, that's what I do to make a living. And I really believe in portraiture and figurative art because I think it's a way of really looking at each other, really looking at a person, and a person's being looked at and focused on. And you know, probably he's a homeless guy sitting on the sidewalk. Maybe he didn't get much of that in his life. So this seems like a nice tradition, and whether you're a good painter or not, I highly recommend painting and drawing each other.